My keyboarding crew, how we doing? I want to discuss. We are doing awesome. We're past the midpoint here. I'm jumping a little ahead. I'm going to be talking about going on October 30th. So I'm talking about week 9 here. Um, I want to make sure that everybody had an opportunity to hand in that mid-semester that little participation grade, or it's right here. It's a mid-semester participation. It's a graded assignment. It's very important. Most of you, almost everybody, handed it in. I do have a couple students that did not, which is okay. Just make sure that you hand that in. You're not going to get a I'm not going to give you a grade for it because I have to keep it in that box to make sure that because once I submit it back to you, now you own it. But if you did hand it in, you're going to get credit for it. And I do appreciate, I really do. I I genuinely want to make sure that you guys feel comfortable, and I'm doing the best job that I can. And from the responses, it seems like you guys are really enjoying the course. There were a couple things which I totally understand. One comment was that it would be nice if we could all meet together as a group and talk about what are some things that are going well, what are some things that we could just get a gauge on things. The problem with that is when I do an online course or we are doing it together, I cannot give a time where you have to meet because it's online. So I can't say it's at noon. I can't say it's at 8 o'clock, and that's like the kind of the setup of an fully online course is that there's no set time to meet. But I would love to do that, and that's why I do say if you guys have any more suggestions on maybe I should just say, oh, let's all try to get there at 6 o'clock on a Tuesday, but I can't say you're required to do that. It's just the nature of an online course. The other little suggestion was that it would be nice to be able to see your grades and see how you're doing with your progress. And I 100% agree with you. Unfortunately, this Cirrus 2.0 doesn't do a great job with that. It just doesn't. And we don't have a platform like a Power School. I don't know if you have kids like at the high school level, like Power School or a Canva. We don't have that set up because we're not using Blackboard and it doesn't integrate real well. But I do appreciate the suggestions, and if I could change that, you're 100% right on both those. But most of them, you guys seem to be having a good time. You seem to be enjoying my videos. I don't know, sometimes, I don't know if it goes on deaf ears or you're like, oh my God, this guy sent in another video on a Sunday. But I do appreciate your responses. Coming up, make sure you do that memo is a test. Make sure that you have that in the event that you're like, this thing's glitching or I'm not sure. Always email me the document. That's it. I can hand grade it, change your grade. Ultimately, I'm in charge of the grades. So make sure that we do that. So the mid semester participation graded assignment. Make sure we have the test schedule right here. I'm gonna download that. Bing bang boom. So sorry, it's loading right now. Okay, so this is the test schedule. It was the academic. Once we got to the 16th, the mid semester, and then the memo test, the 23rd, is coming up this Wednesday. I am getting ahead of myself because I feel like every week I have to create a video. But the document 36.3, in the event you do not feel comfortable with this memo center alignment, just email me it and say, you know what, but do try it and see what your grade is. But if you're like, they took points off on things I don't agree with, send it to me. Email me. I'm good about it. I could, boom, change your grade. So that's this coming week, which is well, this week's week 9, week 8, but now we're going into week 9. So we are going into the session 39, session 40, 41. Remember, 3 timings, the best 3 minute timings. And what I want to make sure that I just want to make sure under course content, okay? So under course content, make sure that you're looking at these PowerPoints, okay? So once we get into Unit 8, we're on Unit 7 right now, Unit 8, there's some great information on these units where it makes it life a lot easier. In the past, I went through the PowerPoints, and one of the mid semester participation suggestions, like there was a bunch of them that were like, it's boring when you go through them, and we feel like we're going to miss something that you're saying that's important, but it's really boring. So for me to go through like 30 slides, it was recommended to me that I don't do that. And if you want to meet with me, and I could go over it, but it was strongly recommended that Mr. Kelly does not go talk about 30 slides. So that's it. That's week 10. Anything you guys need, we could certainly meet, phone, or we could go over a Teams call. We could, whatever you need, I'm here. All right? Have a good week.